Hi friends, I am in the beautiful Copenhagen, Denmark, and we are going to be exploring for a few days before we board the Disney Magic for a 7-night Disney cruise. So I thought it would be fun to kind of show you around this beautiful city because there are a lot of magical touches, including Tivoli Gardens, where Walt Disney got his inspiration for Disneyland. So follow along and we will have a magical adventure. All right, so here we go. So this is the round tower and you just walk up and up and up so far. So I'm like sweating, my goodness. So we're able to take a canal tour along this beautiful, beautiful area, and you can see all of the houses are so different colored. Well, apparently up until the mid-19th century, none of the houses had house numbers. So in order to decipher between houses, they had to paint them all really bright colors so you knew whose house was whose. But now we are done with the canal tour and we are actually having a drink at the Hans Christian Andersen Cafe, and that is actually where Hans Christian Andersen lived while he was here and wrote tons and tons of the fairy tales that we all know and love, like for example the Little Mermaid, the Snow Queen, aka Frozen. And my favorite tidbit is that in Frozen they pay homage to Hans Christian Andersen by naming 4 of the characters Hans, Kristoff, Anna, and Sven. So I always thought that was really clever. But we are going to enjoy the sights and the sounds, and we're very excited about it. Gardens is the second oldest amusement park in the world. It opened in like the 1850s, and Walt Disney was known to come here and take a lot of notes on how clean the park was, their rides, the seating area, the gardens, and he was really heavily inspired by it when he built Disneyland, and you can really tell in everything that they have here. Of a rainy start to the day, so we decided we were going to do the hop on hop off bus. In Copenhagen there's actually 3 different tours you can do. There's a red, a green, and a purple that take you to 2 different parts of the city, and we are going to do all 3 of them. So a good idea if it's a little bit rainy and you don't want to be walking around in the rain all day, because it's a lot of walking and there's a lot of puddles, you know. Down there. We did get off of the hop off bus at the most famous landmark in Copenhagen, which is the Little Mermaid statue. It was actually made after the brewer, I think, the Carlsberg brewer, saw a ballet of the Little Mermaid by Hans Christian Andersen, which I've shown you, lived in Copenhagen. And so they actually had this statue made, and it was really, really cool. It was actually at the World's Fair in Shanghai just a few years ago too, but a really cool landmark to honor the Little Mermaid. Got the Copenhagen Card to explore the city, and that is a really good deal, especially if you're going to be here for a long period of time. It actually gives you admission to one-time admission to pretty much all of the places in Copenhagen, as well as free public transportation as well, and then discounts at other museums or restaurants and stuff like that. The hop on and hop off bus is not included in the Copenhagen Card, but I recommend doing both because, like I said, this morning it was really, really rainy, and really we didn't want to walk anywhere. So the bus was a perfect option for us. It was a little bit more expensive, but it's a really great way to see a lot of things in a short amount of time. Up our time in Copenhagen. I didn't really go in depth with everything that we did. It was a lot of buildings, it was a lot of tours, sightseeing, but I really wanted to show you guys like all of the magical touches that Copenhagen has, because it's such a beautiful town. The one thing I will note is that Copenhagen is extremely expensive. Like, even if you get like a glass of water at a restaurant, it's like $3, even if they literally like pour it from the tap, put some ice in it, and put a lemon in it. Like $3. Everything is wildly expensive. Like, I talked to somebody who is staying at the Copenhagen Marriott, and they paid like $55 for fish and chips and then 2 soft drinks. So just be aware of the sticker shock if you do decide to travel to Copenhagen or spend a couple days here before or after the Northern European cruise that sails out of here. It is a really cool and a really special town. So I highly recommend it, but again, it is expensive. So please note that when you are coming here. We did stay downtown right by their central train station. It was a really easy walk to get to a lot of the access points in the city, but we didn't get out to any of the castles that were very far away because that was like a 45 to an hour and a half long train ride, and that's just something that we didn't have time for since we were only here for 2 full days. But I do definitely recommend it if you do have an extra day. Get out there to see some of the castles because I've heard they're stunning. But thank you guys so much for watching. We are about to head to the port to board the Disney Magic for our 7-night sailing on the Disney Cruise Line, and I'm so excited. So definitely subscribe so you can stay tuned. I'll be posting those in the next couple of weeks or so, but I'm very excited for those. But thank you guys again. Make sure you're following me on social media, on Facebook and Instagram at The Magical Miranda, and I just really appreciate you guys and I hope you enjoy. Thank you guys again, and I will see you all in my next video.